Hi guys, it's Chrissy and welcome back to another apartment build. So this apartment is for my Rebuild San Myshuno project where I'm obviously rebuilding San Myshuno, but I'm rebuilding all of the other worlds as well to put together a save file that will, eventually be done. I've been working on it for like a year now, on and off, so I don't know when it will be done, but eventually it'll be done. But yeah, so this is the 702 ZenView apartment in the Fashion District. And it's ended up being a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment that I furnished specifically for the Karaoke Legends household that came with City Living. So they're one of the towny households that came with City Living, and they used to live in the apartment next door. But that apartment I ended up turning into a family apartment that I actually built. Yeah, I actually built that one way before I had a YouTube channel. So yeah, I don't have any like build footage or anything of like that of that apartment. But basically, the apartment next door ended up being, I think it was like a 4-bedroom family apartment or something. So yeah, I had to find a new place for the Karaoke Legends. And when I started, renovating San Myshuno and rebuilding it, I didn't want to keep any of the townies originally. So that's why I obviously moved another family into their old apartment, since I didn't think I would be keeping any of the original EA townies. But in the end I decided, well, there are a few of them that I really like. There are a few of the Sims townies that I really like, and yeah, I didn't want to delete them, since number one, it makes it more difficult for me to come up with, enough townies to fill up the worlds. And number two, I know that there are a lot of people that actually do like the EA townies. They don't necessarily like their style and, the outfits that they have on, but I know a lot of people actually like their stories and personalities and stuff, so I wanted to keep that. I wanted to keep them all. But I do relocate, some of the families. I move some of them into new homes. I think I might even move some of them into, a completely different town in the end. Depending on how it works out, basically. But yeah, I'm also giving all of the EA townies makeovers. So right there in the left, on the left hand side, you'll actually see the 3 Sims standing out on the balcony. And I did this after I gave them makeovers. So they do look a little bit different than they do when, you get City Living and they're just, the normal townies. They do look a little bit different. I have already given them makeovers, but I didn't end up recording that, since I already have like a townie makeover series on my channel where I'm, making over all of the townies, but I use custom content for that series. And yeah, I don't use custom content for the save file, obviously, so that, anyone can download it if you have all of the packs, basically. But yeah, I didn't want to create a whole separate video of me giving, the townies makeovers without custom content, since that it really doesn't take me all that long. It takes me a lot longer when I do it with CC, and yeah, I put a lot more, detail into it when I do it with custom content for that series. So yeah, I didn't want to record their makeovers, basically. But I don't think that really matters. I mean, they're still them. I didn't change any of their features or traits or even careers or anything. So yeah, they're basically still the same Sims. They just have a little bit of a different style, I guess you could say. But yeah, so for this apartment, I wanted to make it really not ultra futuristically modern, but I wanted it to look very modern, since it is in the fashion district, and there are three, there 2 of them are young adults, and then Darling is a teenager. So there are 3 very young Sims, and I just couldn't picture them living in something that wasn't modern for some reason. And I think that's just to do with their personalities as well. So yeah, I wanted the apartment to look really modern with a few, a little more vintage, not vintage, I don't know if vintage is the right word, But like that coffee table, for example, it's obviously like an older wood, but it's white, so it fits in with the modern style basically. And yeah, for downstairs, I tried to go for a white, black, and a little bit of blue, and then that peachy color, which I really love for some reason. I don't use that color nearly enough. I think that's just because there aren't really many, you know, furniture objects that have that color swatch, but I love that color wallpaper or wall paint or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I really like how this apartment turned out in the end. I did give them, 3 separate bedrooms. I know in their original apartment, Candy and Darling were actually sharing a room. I think they were meant to be sharing a room anyway. But yeah, I decided that I could fit in 3 separate bedrooms, so why not have 3 separate bedrooms basically. Darling's room is a little bit smaller than the other 2, since I thought she is still a he. I don't know if they're supposed to be gender neutral or anything like that, so I'm just going to call them. But yeah, they're supposed to be, a teenager, so yeah, I thought they would probably have a single bed instead of a double bed like the other 2. And yeah, they're supposed to be really into, athletics and really into fitness and stuff like that. So I wanted to add some kind of fitness equipment to their room. So I just decided to add in a little boxing bag, since I thought that would be, something that you could feasibly have in an apartment. I know you probably wouldn't have in a room this small. You probably wouldn't have something like a treadmill or a giant workout machine or something like that. But yeah, I really like the way this apartment turned out as a whole. It is up on the gallery. By the time this video goes out, it will be up on the gallery. And unfortunately, I did have to upload it as 3 separate rooms. You have to upload apartments as rooms. But yeah, I had to upload the second floor and then the first floor and the balcony all separate. But they should be up one after another if you go to my gallery page basically, or if you just search the hashtag ChrissieYork and filter it by rooms, they should be one after another, so you should be able to find them really easily. And obviously they're on my gallery page. If you just search ChrissieYork, you should be able to find them as well. They don't have any custom content in them whatsoever, so yeah, you won't have to filter by custom content or anything like that. The apartment actually did end up being quite expensive in the end. I added all of the amounts together, of the separate rooms and stuff, and it's almost 101,000 Simoleons. So yeah, it's definitely not a budget apartment, and probably not something that, 2 young adults and a teenager would be able to afford. But I thought maybe Akira or Miko have, maybe they come from money, and their parents, maybe their parents have passed away and they left them some money that they, invested in this apartment, that maybe they bought the apartment, and then they have, 2 friends that they decided to invite in as roommates. So either Akira or Miko would own this apartment, and then the other 2 would be their roommates basically. That's kind of the idea that I had in mind, since, they did paint the walls. All 3 bedrooms have different accent walls. Obviously, the living room and kitchen has, those peachy accent walls. So, yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that in apartments normally. I've never lived in an apartment myself, but just from, common sense, when you're renting a place, you're usually not allowed to change anything like, a completely different wall color. So yeah, I think that's why I thought they might actually own the place. So they won't be they're probably not allowed to, I don't know, I think they should be allowed to knock out some walls and stuff. But obviously with the city living apartments, you can't, change the exterior walls, so that's really realistic. But yeah, I thought they would, personalize the house to their tastes, and probably more towards Miko's taste. I actually, now that I think about it, the peachy color definitely, screams more Miko than Akira to me. But yeah, we're almost done with the apartment. I've basically rambled about this. I had a lot of other things to say, but I'll save that for another video. Since, yeah, I'll save my ramblings and stuff that I wanted to say for another video. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel and maybe this is the first video of mine you've watched, or I don't know how you found this. If you're new to the channel, let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing how people actually find my channel, since I know I'm not that big, so I don't really know anything about YouTube, if I'm honest. So it always interests me to hear how people actually found my channel. If you're like a first time viewer, I always love hearing how you found my channel, since I don't know, that's just really interesting to me. But yeah, so if you're new to the channel and you like my videos and maybe you'd like to see more of this series, or you have maybe any video ideas or build ideas or stuff like that, leave those in the comments below. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and remember to also turn on the notification bell to be notified of whenever I post a new video, if you want to be notified of that, basically. But yeah, that's basically my little outro thingy already, and we're not even done with this build, so that was kind of pointless. I've probably misjudged the placement, the length of this video a tiny bit, but yeah, I don't really have anything else much to say. I'm going to be recording a few videos today, so if I'm really rambly in any of my other videos this week, or maybe like early next week or something, that's why. And I'm running on less than 3 hours of sleep already, so yeah, this is bound to be a disaster. But the rest of this week is going to be really crazy, and I don't have another, I won't have another opportunity probably to record everything that I need to get recorded. So yeah, we're just going to have to deal with a sleep deprived Chrissy that probably won't be able to keep her thoughts straight and will probably trip over her words more often than not. So this is going to be very interesting, and this will probably make for some very funny videos for the next few days, or yeah, for probably the rest of this week and maybe early next week as well, depending on how many I get recorded today. But yeah, I'm probably going to leave this voiceover off here. We're basically done with the build. I think we just do the outside patio area, and then we're done. So I don't really have anything else to say about the build, and I'm not going to sit here and ramble about absolute nonsense. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the build. If you did, give it a like, a comment, and yeah, as I said, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I hope you guys are having an absolutely awesome day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye everyone!
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down here, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. down, yeah, you make me smile.